I spent years podcasting, covering the news, mainly oil and gas and energy, but end up covering all sorts of stuff. And let me tell you why it's the biggest waste of your time that you can possibly imagine. I'm going to show you a story from 2018. And this goes to show you how much fluff and nonsense is in the news. So this story right here is oil prices rise as U.S. President Trump set to meet North Korea's Kim. Okay, that's on March 8th. March 8th, keep that in mind. And it says the oil prices potentially are rising because of the news that he might meet with him. And oh, by the way, the two will likely meet by May. They met in June, so they're wrong about that. Of course, it's a prediction, so I understand it, but to keep in mind here, if you go down this article, it says the news lifted Asian stock markets and pulled crude oil futures along with them, traders said. Well, let me tell you a little bit about this. If traders are actually saying that, odds are they're probably just making it up, because traders make money when the price goes up and the price goes down. They're traders, right? That's how that works. So this story, if you want to call it a story, is not really much other than the oil price went up from whatever it was by 35 cents for that day. That's all that happened. That's really all that happened. Oh, by the way, someone who's worked in the oil and gas industry for a long time can tell you it doesn't matter. That means nothing. This oil price movement means nothing. 35 cents, I think it was 35 cents, I'll double check. It went up 34 cents. 34 cents in a day means nothing. 34 cents day by day for a few weeks, maybe a month or two. Now you got a story. So what I'm saying to you is, even a story like this, which seems to be nothing, but it sounds like a big deal. Trump and Un are going to meet and the oil prices went up on that news. It means nothing. It's made to get you to think and to read on Reuters' site or whoever's site about what's going on. Now take that. This is a simple story. Now take that and think about social media influencers who talk about news. Do you think that they're even interviewing traders, who, by the way, I think are completely wrong on this? But do you think they're doing that? No. They're quoting sources that they have that, oh, by the way, do you know they have sources? They're giving you commentary on what this means. And the reason the story sticks out is because we covered this story on the podcast I did. And we kind of made fun of Reuters at the time because they're so stupid to actually talk about this as if this is real. The price of oil did go up. But the reason why, 34 cents, if it's tied to that news, well, I can do a bunch of videos on why that's silly. But if it really is tied to that, it doesn't matter. 34 cents a day doesn't matter. And so the point is, most news doesn't really matter. So if you're a business owner, what you should be doing is watching the news. Oil prices went up 34 cents today. Doesn't matter. No big deal. Next. This happened today. Is it relative to me? No. Next. This happened today. Oh, maybe it is relative to me. So I need to figure out what to do about it. You can react to the news that's relative to you. But most of the news today is just commentary. It's just fluff. It's just people talking because they need to sell you ads on their site. That's all it is. So quit getting sucked into the vortex. And as someone, a recovering addict, I can tell you it's just a waste of your time. Focus on your business. Focus on getting time back from your business. Focus on spending time on growing your business or with your family. Quit wasting your time on stupid headlines just like this that you can find on whatever the news of the day is that mean nothing. And to be honest with you, they're like this article, they're not even true. Just something happened. Because I can tell you, I'll leave you with this. I met a trader one time who used to work for one of the big oil companies. And he told me how they traded was they traded off of news on the ground that they had before the traders ever found out about it. Say it again. So someone somewhere would tell them something was happening, they would trade, and then that news would break a week or two later, and then the traders, like in this article, would trade, and they'd trade off that again. So they double dip, right? So they made money off the real movement, and then they made money when people saw the news, and boom, now they think, oh, those traders think they're really smart, and they really got to figure it out. Reuters has no clue. These traders, I don't know if they have a clue or not, but they ain't telling you that. That's how it actually works. So you can read this news, and you can get sucked into it, and you're wasting your time. Focus on growing your business. Focus on spending time with your family. You want to reclaim that time back? It's just by cutting out stupid stuff just like this, which is in the news every day.